it! Drop it!
On May 5th, 2026, at around 12:45 p.m., Mission Patrol Division officers responded to an additional unit request from Mission Area Narcotics Enforcement Detail officers who saw a suspect wanted for outstanding felony warrants in the 14,400 block of Bledsoe Street. Here is the corresponding radio broadcast.
Let me get a backup for a quick picture of suspect. We're going to be at 144 Bledsoe.
Any in the vicinity, unknown unit requesting back bearing is supervised 144 Bloodwell.
Nora 86. It's going to be a male Hispanic wearing a black long sleeve and tan pants. His name is Jason Vega.
Hey guys, keep coming southbound, guys. Keep coming southbound on the 210. He's running southbound from you guys. Location, guys. Keep coming south along the 210. And if you guys want to call east, I got to go over the wall on the 210 freeway. That came off your right hand.
Police, stop!
Right there at the top.
He's holding his waistband. Holding his waistband.
Suspects is running across the embankment on the 210 freeway. They're going to be going eastbound on the 210. And 972, he's up on the top there. And we're getting a unit, shop 687. Let's go to that next little roundabout and hold, guys. Shop.
Please stop!
Take that next left turn, go to that roundabout where that pole bridge is. I do have the suspect on the embankment on the 210, shop 972. Keep pushing, keep pushing. I do have officers on foot.
He's crossing the freeway.
Bridge, if you guys want to make your way onto the embankment, I got this suspect on the freeway now, guys. Use caution. Suspect's running across the freeway. And I need a unit to a traffic break at Oxford on the 210 eastbound. And I got suspect running across the freeway. He's going to be over on the westbound lane of the 210. Just use caution.
Hey, get down! Get down! Get down! Hey, get down! Get down! Get down! Hey, get down! Hey, get down! Get down! Get down! Where? Hey, get on the ground! Hey, drop the fucking gun! Drop the fucking gun! Put the fucking gun down right now! Put that gun down! Put the gun down! Put the gun on the ground! Put the gun down! He's got a gun! Put the gun down! Put the fucking gun down, bro! Hey, you're gonna get shot! You're gonna get shot! Drop that shit! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the fucking gun! Drop it! Get on the ground! Drop the gun! Drop it!
I see him. He's trying to open the. He's on the semi. Get off the truck! Hey! Go down! Go down!
Put the gun on the ground! Put the gun down!
He has a gun?
Put the gun down!
Put the gun on the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it! Hey, come get cover, Ruben!
Hey! Let me see your hands! 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 Get down on the floor! 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 He's in front of this! Get down on the floor! Drop it! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it! Do not recover it. Leave it there. Do not recover it. Do not recover it. Let's get one more on this. Leave everything the way it is. Hey, don't rough me up. Don't rough me up. Hey, my back's fucked up.
Okay. I'm going to start with, you know what, Donovan, I'm going to start with you. What I'd like is just your initial impression on the video. How you feeling on this one? You feeling reasonable or feeling maybe not? Or are you just on the fence?
For a second, I was on the fence until we ran it back because, like you said, he didn't up the gun. But at the same time, he put other innocent people in danger, especially if he was trying to hijack cars to initiate his getaway. And not only did you have a gun, you had a knife on you. And they told you multiple times, they gave you multiple warnings to put the gun down. And you did not put the gun down. You kept it in your hand while looking at them. So I would say that it was reasonable force because, like you said, they could have used deadly force, but they didn't. They didn't kill him.
Well, no, they did use deadly force. Now, let me describe what deadly force is in the law, right? Just because he didn't die from the gunshot wounds, he could have died. So deadly force was used against him. Now, it didn't result in his death, but it's still deadly force.
Where exactly did they shoot him at? Because I'm thinking they shot him in the leg.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the shot strikes you. In fact, it doesn't matter if the bullet actually strikes you or not. The use of a firearm against a person is considered deadly force in the law, whether it kills you or not. So we're still deciding as if the bullet struck him and killed him. We're still asking the same thing because the result of the officer shooting the firearm at him could have resulted in his death, and you can't take the bullet back, right? So that's why the law looks at it that way. So we would look at this as if he died on the question that we're asking tonight, which is, was it reasonable for the officers? Was there a reasonable fear for the officers for their life or the life of a third person?
I think it was still reasonable because let's even though he didn't up it against the officers, what if he upped it against one of them civilians that's in one of them cars that's driving by? They gave you multiple warnings, drop the gun, and you did not drop the gun.
Okay. Let's go to some of your other jurors here and see what they've got to say about it. Keaton, what do you think?
Well, yeah, even though he didn't aim it at the cops, maybe it was still justified because that guy had intent. He had a gun and a knife, and I feel it was justified. And I feel that God, kept this man alive to suffer the consequences. I bet he'll never do it again.
Well, let me ask you this. You say intent. Where did you see intent, and what was his intention?
Well, I mean, he had a gun and a knife, and didn't you say he was trying to carjack people?
Yes. I mean, he had stopped traffic at the point that white truck wasn't a police truck, and neither was the tractor trailer that was stopped there. These were pedestrian or common citizens driving down the highway. But you said intent. I don't know that I saw anything that tells me exactly what his intention was, other than to evade law enforcement. Now, I can say there's some intention of action of doing that. And is a fire. And here's another thing: is a firearm illegal in of itself to have? Are we now Australia or the United Kingdom, where the possession of a firearm it can bring deadly force upon us as citizens?
I would say that I love carrying too, but I would say that the police officer that shot him was looking out for, like you said, other people.
So you think it's reasonable if you talk to the officer 30 seconds after he shot that round, and he said, "Man, I thought he was going to hurt somebody on the other side of the highway because he was heading that way," you would say, that sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to Amy. Amy's actually an alumni of the grand jury, so I expect good things out of her tonight. Amy, What did you
Yes,
think
sir.
about this one?
You know, in the beginning, I was kind of stuck because I like yes, okay, so he had a gun, and that would be reasonable for the police officers to shoot him, especially when he wasn't listening. However, like in my mind, I feel like he was walking away. So why would the cops shoot him while he's walking away? Now I get all the arguments of he could be, wanting to shoot other people. I think he was just trying to evade the law, and I think that he was just like walking away from them, but they shot him when he was walking away in the back, or I don't know if it was in the back, but but I still think it's reasonable. I think that there wouldn't be a problem. There would be nothing there to move forward with, but yeah, that's it.
Okay. Will, how say you?
I have no problem with him having the gun, but as soon as I don't know the terminology, where once he's carrying it rather than like it being holstered or whatever, once he was carrying it and they were demanding him to drop the gun and to cooperate and get down, the fact that they gave him so many calls, I think was justification alone.
Okay. Slim, how's your audio, my friend? I see you bouncing in and out. You with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
right. Give us yours.
It was reasonable. He had already tried to carjack one person, and he was heading towards that wall. And if he had made it over that wall before they tried to shoot at him, he could have done anything. So it was reasonable. They had to stop him from getting over the wall.
So you believe it's reasonable that the officer had fear for the public at large?
Yeah. If he got over that wall, it's over. He could get into any one of those other cars over there.
That's fair. That's fair. So nobody's leaning towards this. They have any issues with this? If this were a grand jury, you guys would have no problem saying this was a justifiable use of force by law enforcement at this time? All right. Well, let's try to save some time so that we can get to all 5 of our cases. I'm going to come right and ask you for your vote. Donovan, you're first, my friend. You got cartoons going on in the background there, my friend. Is that Bugs Bunny out here?
Oh, well, that's somebody.
It's coming in.
And I got voice isolation on too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, you're all good, my friend. And if you forget to mic mute up, we'll meet you up in between. But what's your vote now? How say you, reasonable or not, Donovan?
I will say that I will say it was reasonable. Now I couldn't hear what Ann and Slim said for whatever reason. I can't hear certain people, but I will say it was reasonable because you don't know who he could have hurt if he would kept going in the direction he was going with that gun after they kept telling him to drop it. So reasonable.
They were saying the same thing you were saying, my friend. Keaton, your vote, sir. Reasonable or not?
Reasonable. Slim said it best, I feel like. He said what I wanted to say, pretty much.
Kudos out to Slim. That's 2 for reasonable. Will, what's your vote?
I would say reasonable because he was commanded to, drop the gun multiple times, and I don't think it takes too much time to lift your arm up and shoot.
That's a good point. Jason may address that in the once we get a verdict up here about the difference in action and reaction. Amy, your vote.
Reasonable.
Very good. Slim, how say you?
I say reasonable.
Very good. Big Ron, that is going to be a reasonable verdict. Let's post it. Our jury says the force was reasonable used by law enforcement in our first case.